At $10,000 per year for the rent. I need money. So anyway, guys, today, seriously, we're going to be looking at the 5 reasons why you should invest in Nairobi real estate now. My name is Gideon. This is Acre, where we talk about everything real estate. Rapid population growth. Nairobi's population growth is expected to double in the next 20 years, leading to an increased demand for housing. Kenya is a young country, and you can imagine 79% of that population is actually under 35, which is educated, most of them with jobs, and an ever, of course, growing middle income that is set at 44% of the population. According to the World Bank statistics, there is a growing housing gap that needs to be looked at.
We have a backlog here of over 2 million housing units that people need to live in and that just aren't available.
So number 2 is the economic growth. To understand Nairobi real estate market, you must understand the country's economy. Kenya is a market-based economy which is widely regarded as East Africa's economic, commercial, financial, and logistics hub. Nairobi is one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, with a strong focus on real estate development and infrastructure. The World Bank projects 5.5 economic growth in 2022, while the country has risen 24 places from 80 in 2014 to 56 in the ease of doing business in a 2019 African report. This is actually further projected to rise this year. More international companies are investing in Kenya and establishing local and regional operations while capitalizing on the country's strategic location as the status as the regional financial center in Africa. This in turn increases the real estate development opportunities to serve an ever-increasing number of multinationals in the country. Number 3 is the increasing property values. Property values in Nairobi have been steadily increasing in recent years, making it a great investment opportunity. Historically, Kenya's real estate sector has grown exponentially from 10.5% in 2000 to 12.6% in 2012. It then grew again from 13.8% in 2016 to where currently it is right now at 20% in 2022. The property value appreciation in places like Westlands, Lavington, Kilimani, Kileleshwa is growing at 8 to 10%. So now, to further expand this, let me show you what I actually mean on the board. So guys, we're going to do very simple mathematics. There are factors that you need also to encompass appreciation of capital appreciation, inflation, where the shilling is dealing with the dollar. So there are many factors which someone should look, but I'm just going to do, if you're going to buy a house for $50,000 or 5 million Kenya shillings, and the market is growing at a rate of 8 to 10%. So with simple math, that means 10% of that, of this is actually $5,000 or 500,000 shillings per year. Simple math, that means that this house that you're buying for 5 million in 5 and in another 5 years should be at least worth 7.5 million Kenya shillings, or for this guy who's bought it at 50,000 at $75,000. This is not an exact, there are other factors which are there. Actually, they estimate that you should be able to recoup your 5 million in actually 3 to 4 years. So I'll link the actual article down below. Check out the details because this is just a generalization, just to get someone, just to give you an image, a general image of what you're talking about. Number 4 is the rental income. Averagely, they're saying for a studio apartment that goes for 5 million or $5,000, oh sorry, $50,000. And again, I'm saying we are doing this, we are actually using 100, but in essence, the dollar is at 30. So you're just doing this so that it's easier for someone to explain. So they're saying for the rental income of a house that costs $5 million or $50,000, someone, you can expect a monthly rent of ranging from $500 to $900, or in Kenyan shillings, 50,000 to 90K per month. Per year, this goes to, if we take an average of this and say, let's say it's $700, this should be $10,000 and something, or 1 million Kenya and something per year. If you just take it at the math level, at least it will take you at least 5 years for you to be able to pay the 5 million or 50,000. But as I've said, it's actually even less if you put different factors, inflation, dollar prices and everything up. These actually should be less. So I think I think that's a good bit of money. If you're putting you're just putting maybe 10% of that money, and you're also paying slowly as you get rental income from this. I think the rental income makes absolute sense. The price range of each type of unit, of course, is determined by the location and the amenities which are available, from gyms to swimming pools and such. Number 5 is the government support. The government of Kenya is actively encouraging foreign investments in the country's real estate market, making it very attractive and a secure option for investors outside Kenya or even outside Africa. The government has also established the Kenya Mortgage Refinancing Company, which will jointly work with the private sector, participants in the industry, and develop partners to finance various housing projects. But even better, President Ruto explaining how they intend to go about the government support in the real estate market.
When we say we want to do the housing program, it's possible for us to have enough houses affordable for all the citizens. I am going to work with the ministry. I have already told them, alerted them on what to do, so that you people can see, so that when we are doing legislation in Parliament, you understand what is the legislation for, what are we trying to achieve.
What do you think? Do you think, would you have, if you have the money, would you actually invest in Kenya? Or what are the things that can make you not invest? I want you to share on the comment below, and just let me hear what you guys think, that if someone would actually, do you think it's a good idea for someone to actually invest in Nairobi? This video is part of a series that you're doing on the Nairobi property guide, in terms of what are the potential, what are the risks, what are the factors for someone who wants to invest in Nairobi's real estate. So kindly remember to click the other series, the other part of the series you can watch. You will click on them somewhere here or here. You can watch them on the other videos. Bye. Thanks. Cheers.